The first stage is to set it up. Like, what are you going to call this live stream? What are you doing? And then you click go live, but then there's one more click you got to do to actually activate it. There's like, you got to save your live stream, and then you can actually broadcast it. But what I wanted to chat about real quick was I've got these vibes, kind of like early 2020 vibes. February, it's the start of February in 2020 is when I was like making emergency house calls to my friends, telling them, "You've heard me talking about gold and silver for a long time. I'm telling you right now, you've got a few weeks left before the prices are just going to go up and they'll never come back here again." And I've got those vibes again. It's going to be wild, not necessarily from a gold perspective, but just from this whole AI and everything that is building up. The only reason we're not experiencing the prices going up right now is because all of these purchases that are occurring are all in ETFs. They just keep loading these ETFs. So it's we are going to see, I think what we're going to see here over the next month especially is more of this type of action, but it's going to happen at different levels. So we're going to be going like this for a little bit, and then I think we're going to go up to like, $1.50, $1.60, up 20 cents from where we are now, probably around that, and then we'll be bouncing around there for a while. And I think that the reason for this is because of how much battling is going on right now between nations and their AIs. Just there's another new release came out of China, another new AI that is even cheaper than DeepSeek. That also got released this week, and I didn't even realize it until 2 days later. So the AI wars are full on right now, and in order for the people to rally their money to back the United States, they are going to have to be sold a very strong narrative about how dangerous AI is, because that is going to be the weaponry of this war bubble. Everything is different. The weapons aren't the same. They tossed all that weaponry onto Ukraine and Gaza. They don't have those weapons anymore. So the new age of warfare is in full effect, and I think that this we're just going to see more and more accumulation go up as these levels rise, and that we're probably not going to see a pullback for the first few weeks at all. It's just going to go up, wiggle around, go up, wiggle around, and then continue moving. Probably going to see a retracement after whatever big scary thing happens, And another thing is that it might even be, the trigger might even be a cyber attack here in the next few weeks. This is the other thing that could very well happen. The cyber attack happens first, and that drops all the prices down, everybody loses faith, and then boom, that's when the institutions come in, because that's what they did in 2020. So we could very well be seeing yet another dip. What to do? Have fun, hold on, because like I'm not gonna let go. Even if the prices drop down to 20-30% of what they are now, I'm not going anywhere. This is the big one, and the patience thing. That is what really is the biggest mind obstacle for people. Oh, Audrey's back, and you're back. The mindset is the biggest thing, folks. And in fact, when it comes to trading, and it doesn't matter whether you're trading big markets or little markets, the mindset must be that we're here for a trade here. And when we put the trade in, we had it in our mind that this was going to take a few months. And so even if the price goes around, my trade plan is a few months. And if even extended it now, because of the scope of what we're talking about and the timelines of the projects that are now underway, I actually see this moving into quarter two and even quarter three of the year of this year. And the reason for that is because we're already almost halfway done the first quarter. That's something to think about. New Year's already happened. Quarters are only 3 months long, and we're already at the start of February. So 1.5 months is the halfway point for the first quarter. So because it didn't happen when I thought we were going to see some more movement, like I figured ADA would have been $2 by the end of January. I did. $2 Canadian. Didn't do it. And again, it's because these delays are they're just things that happen. Oh, excuse me. These delays are just things that happen, especially when we're talking about trillions of dollars of liquidity. Big companies got to be ready for it. They got to be in position. I think that we're going to see a couple of waves of meme coins, especially because of this wait time. And it's not going to happen right away. I think what we see right now is a lot of lack of faith in meme coins because of what happened with the Trump coin after the inauguration last week. That actually hurts the ecosystem. When we see things like that, especially high profile coins pump up and then drop to nothing, that leaves a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And we have to take into consideration that the Trump coin went from nothing to 15th, ranked 15th overall, and then dropped, right? So that, because of how much money was involved in that, so much that the liquidity was visibly moving away from AI coins and gaming coins and real world asset coins. It was actually remarkable to watch. And I think that that left a bad taste in people's mouths. And so we're seeing a continued whiplash in the market for the time being.
I feel
Just my
that
thoughts.
I feel and I'm thinking that the how do I say it? The novelty of Trump getting in hasn't worn off yet either,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's either still really mad or still, you know, excited that it happened. So
Hmm.
everybody's kind of still doing their thing with 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 him coming in, right? So everybody's
Yeah.
still bouncing around whether they like it or don't like it. They're still voicing their opinion very, very strongly. And I feel that after, I don't know, 3, 6 months, that's when it's going to start settling down because then all of his plans of what he's actually going to do will be coming to the forefront. And then,
Right.
right, because everybody's saying, oh, he's going to purchase Canada, oh, he's going to purchase Mexico, oh, he's doing this, he's putting tariffs, oh, so he's still doing his mouth work but not doing the actual what he's saying he's going to do. So we don't even know. So
Right.
nobody knows what he's going to actually do right yet. So everybody's still up in arms and like, what is he really going to do, kind of thing.
Yep.
So I think it's not going to settle down yet because
Hmm.
he's still a novelty.
You bring up a great point. A really good point. It's still a novelty. There are a lot of people really pissed off. And when you also take into consideration the amount of people that follow Trump, the demographics of the people that are for Trump are typically right wing conservatives. They save their money. They're more, conservative with their own money. They are, wanting to prepare for economic war, economic hardship, and I kind of feel that Trump out of the gate has disenfranchised many of his followers simply because of how much he's doubling down on tech. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that followed him through his first term, they were creating communities of, hey, let's survive this thing, right? Second term, Trump comes out of the gate almost appearing to be a different person. The way that his executive orders were so, well, they were just so drastically different in character than what they were before. So yeah, you bring up a good point. I think that we could be seeing a delay due to a lot of people who would normally just jump on full tilt with whatever Trump's got to say. He's shaken the faith of a lot of his following, and that's showing up. That's showing up. I mean, the Trump meme coin was a bust. Might come back. Might come back and show some more life later on, but you know, the coin went up. He signed some executive orders and it dropped to virtually nothing. So it's a good point, Audrey. What are
So
you
that just
thinking,
goes to
Denise?
show we don't know what's going to happen.
No, we don't. You know, and I'm kind of done trying to figure it out. Like, I like looking at the charts. I like looking at entry points. I like finding them. I like hunting down more opportunities. But that's kind of what I was trying to convey in the Telegram post there a couple weeks ago. We're in uncharted territory again. We don't know what's going to happen. This is a bubble like we've never seen. Biblical size of wealth transfer going from those time-based assets into data-backed assets. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. No amount of technical analysis could even project what's going to happen. We can only make rough estimates. And the estimates that I'm running off of are conservative, more conservative estimates that are out there. Like most of the people that I talk to about this, most of them think that Bitcoin's going over $250,000 a Bitcoin. Insane. I don't think so, but I mean, I'm on the conservative end of these estimations, right? I don't think to myself any of these coins are going to 50x. Most people do. My targets are for 10, 15, sometimes 20. Only because I looked at the previous charts or the previous cycles and their charts and what went on there, and then conservatively estimated from that. But there were tons of coins. I mean, Dogecoin, what was it, like 6,000% or something, like 600, like 60x, 6,000%, 60x last cycle. I'm keeping conservative as much as possible because I've got my targets. That's my budget. I've budgeted my growth basically because I don't want to have tons of feelings around this when we start going through. Don't have feelings now. You definitely don't want to have feelings when they're super elated. You like, it's going to be tricky. And you might even take profit on something that 5x'd and then you watch it go to 10 and you might beat yourself up for not leaving it in there. Just leave it. Just leave it alone. Trust the process. Trust your trade plan because that's what we're after. We're just after our targets. The more we get better at this, I'll show you some other techniques. But this right here, this is the best ground that you could possibly be learning this with because you can't really lose when we're going into these kinds of cycles. You can't really lose. The patience is the key. I mean, to wake up this morning and see, oh my gosh, I'm down again, 6%, 7%. I got a message on my Telegram. Someone private messaged me. It's down again. What do I do? Patience. Patience. If you feel bad about this, if you feel bad about the losses, I can even show you what you can do to mitigate those losses. But you have to be willing to commit 2 hours a day of looking at charts and looking for opportunities. That's the only way that you'd be able to take advantage of those opportunities. When you see something high inside a channel, like I've showed people channels here before. I'm going to go ahead and grab Ethereum because there's a channel going on right now. File to bring her back into the stage. That's when my mine got disconnected. So this here, I got this by doing some trading. Some of this happened organically. Like we've got like Neural, Beam, they're up from where I purchased, but the PAL is up from where I purchased. So some of this growth happened organically, but I would take a little bit here, a little bit there, and trade back and forth to help grow this balance. So right now we're in a great, like honestly, we are, all of us, in a really, really good spot. The trick is to make sure that when you have these ups and downs, that you remain consistent to your trade plan. Oh, and now we've got people are dropping out of the call here. It's weird. There, she's back.
Yeah, I keep cutting out. I don't know. Then I have to sign back in.
Yeah,
I've missed quite a bit, so I don't know.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm not sure what's going on either. When Audrey was coming in and I was adding her to the stage, I got disconnected too.
Oh.
It's kind of weird. So yeah, that's my recommendation for people who are, who are experiencing some of that stress in the trading. If you're experiencing a lot of stress in the trading, I can assure you that trying to catch the highs and lows is only going to create more stress. You need to have a lot of patience. You need a lot of it's a paradigm shift. It really is what it is. These trades that I have open right now, it was at one point it was like $9,000 when things were really high. Am I upset that I've lost almost half? No, because that trade was $2,500. Do I wish that I would have sold at the top so I could rebuy later? Sure. But I don't get emotional about that. This is the time right now where the people that are wishy-washy, they're selling out because they're panicking. They're like, I don't want to lose any more than I already have. And so those people are the ones that are going to experience the worst situation because they're emotional. I know those people, once we start going up again, they're going to buy, and they're going to buy at a price that is a higher average than what they had before. And so they're going to be losing in this game. They might make some money, but they are actually losing in the long run because they get emotional. So yeah, this call here is a little bit more about mindset and having nerves of steel. Nandy's saying that there is a storm. I don't know though. The storm's not in Mexico, and I don't have it here in Rocky either, and I'm hardwired. How's the weather there, Denise?
Totally fine. Cold, but it's not. They're expecting snow, but there's no sign of that, and no big wind or anything.
Yeah, and I was looking at radar because I'm planning a trip through the mountains again for tomorrow. So I was looking at the radar, and things look okay. I mean, yeah, cold, and there is a major weather system further up north, but it's not even gonna. It's like it barely grazes the Rockies, in the area that I'm in. So I think it's probably just the Mexico connection, and then there might be something affecting us interacting with that one. I don't know.
Yeah, they're calling for snow here this weekend, but it was really big time rain yesterday. Excuse the cat. Hello.
Oh, that's all right.
Good old get out of the way.
Cats are funny, eh? They just, oh, where'd you go? Oh, your camera. You stopped with your camera. Okay.
No, the cat did. He walked right across the button for the camera.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah,
funny.
I'm still here. Here I am.
Beam, folks, I was wrong on Beam. Beam is not up from where I purchased. Beam is down from where I purchased. And it's just this here, I can't think of another asset that's on my list right now that has the most prospect.
Beam?
Other than Beam, yeah. RWAs notwithstanding. So real world asset coins, those ones are going to do extremely well. Like we got Clearpool, that's the main one that I'm in. But with Beam, just how much this has retraced back down from that all-time high at 4 cents. This one here, when it comes back, is going to almost double your money. Just coming back to where it was. So this one here is a really, really powerful one. I'm thinking I'm going to throw some money into this over the weekend. Because this here is amazing.
Into Beam, you're talking about?
Into Beam, yeah. And I also know that Beam is one that is on a lot of exchanges. And so you might even find it on Coinbase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It'd be worth it. It'd be worth it. Even if it's $100.
Okay. Okay.
Far.
What about Clearpool?
Oh. Well, Clearpool is another good one. This one here is not geared towards AI. Beam is more geared towards AI. Clearpool is more geared towards creating pools of computers. So that's where I was talking about people getting a computer to process data for AI on a decentralized network. So they're contributing to the computing power instead of, all these centralized servers of hundreds of thousands of GPUs. We can do that ourselves. So Clearpool is a good asset for that. Right now, super undervalued. Just got started, really. It's a brand new asset that started in, I think, end of August. When was this? Yeah, middle of August. So this one here, sitting at this level, it's primed and ready. And I think that we're going to see that. Like I've got my target set for this one at $3. And then another target 2 at $6. So between those two, where we are right now, coming up to $3, that gives us an 800% return. And then going up even further to the $6 target, that's a 1700% return. So this here, these assets here are what I'm going to be pouring a lot of my gains. Remember, this is happening in phases. We've got the AI phase first, then we're going to have a gaming phase, and then we're going to have the real world asset phase. And I'm going to be pouring a lot of the growth that I get, the 5Xs and the 6Xs that I get from the altcoins and the Destras and all that. I'm going to be putting into these ones so that I can get that 5X again. Because 5 times 5 is 25. And that is the game. That is the game. And we're here. Like we're here. Even the meme coins. Like this one here, I found out that there are whales, massive whales, putting $50,000 worth into NPC in the last 24 hours. Huge amounts of money. So there's dedication to this. Again, the belief is what gives these things life. Just like the corruption of Canada.
Technical difficulties. Do not adjust your set.
Yeah. Do not adjust
really
your
trying
set.
To get back to.
We're just gonna call her. We're gonna call her good.
Our
I'm having
fearless leader
connection
is
issues
gone.
too. You still can't see me.
I can see you and hear you, and then suddenly it stops again, and then
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're going to shut her down for the day, folks. We'll come back to this. I need to definitely make sure that it's working because I got a live stream today. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Yep. I'm having a hard time. We're going to shut her down. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye. Bye, Audrey.